Having the right tools is vital when it comes to saving money. For free independent money tools, visit ccpc.ie/money.
Passion is a really important ingredient when it comes to any small business. Being your own boss can mean financial risk. Setting things up correctly from the start will help to avoid disaster down the road. This week, I'll be meeting with Adarsh and Aanchal. They left India in 2018 to do an IT Masters in Dublin.
Initially, we planned for Australia, but we came to know that Ireland is the IT hub.
We were students, we were not earning, we were searching for a part-time job.
And we were always, converting euros into rupees, so that was tough.
Fast forward to 2021, Adarsh and Aanchal are 25 and renting their first home together in Rathmines. They work as software developers on almost identical salaries, with a combined income of €85,000. And they've one part of being good with money really sorted: controlling their spending.
I think we have a budget for almost everything, and we generally never exceed it. On Monday as well, and today we didn't spend anything at all.
So I switched my provider to a new one, and the new provider is providing me a cheaper plan, and it saves me around €6 per annum.
First, we take out the saving, then we see what is left, so that's our formula. So it's Friday night, and our friends are coming over to our place.
The groceries, we write it down, how much for the transport, we write it down, so that we don't exceed, and that's why we have a good amount into the savings.
Consistent budgeting, no debt, and good earnings mean they have managed to save €40,000. The financial future could be smooth sailing if it wasn't for their long-term goal of running a food business.
When we met, both of us had this common interest that we should have a food chain. That's the passion.
We enjoy cooking food a lot.
Yes.
That's way more than anything else.
So I'm from the capital, that is Delhi. Delhi is famous for street food. There are so many things like chole bhature, golgappe, oh my god.
The food business dream is so important
Awesome.
that they plan to use all of their savings to buy an investment property to fund it.
The big money that we save till now will be put into something that will kind of give returns back.
Yeah.
Going for a investment property of our own.
We think that's the short-term goal because we are almost ready to buy a property here.
I've asked Adarsh and Aanchal to come and meet me. They have youthful passion to burn, but zero business experience. I think I need to hit them with some hard realities. What are the goals here?
So our short-term goal is to get an investment property.
And where are you going to live?
We'll rent.
When you take rent in, you have to pay tax on it.
And is the tax huge?
Well, you're both higher rate earners, so you pay tax at the higher rate.
Oh.
Is it?
So we need to run the numbers on this.
We had no idea that
Yeah, exactly.
these figures, we are totally unaware of that.
The long-term goal is a food chain, you're calling it. Does that mean more than one?
At least one food outlet.
The only motivation for this is because we like cooking and we really want to do this.
Just back up there a second. The only motivation for this is that we like cooking.
Oh, for sure, yeah. No, not the only motivation. For sure. If we want to leave our jobs and go into this, definitely we look for something in returns as well.
So I just want to show you something here. This is what's going through my head, right? We could make one slight financial change and you would not run out of money before the age of 100. If you never do the food chain business. You're on a safe, straightforward path in careers that have gone from zero 3 years ago to earning the best part of €85,000 a year now between the two of you. I need you to think about why the food chain is important to you. Now, I don't want to blow this idea up.
Yeah.
I just want to make sure that if you do it, you're doing it for the right reasons.
Sure.
I think going for your dream, it's always a risk involved in that. The next time he asks us that why, or any other person asks us that why, we should be ready with 100 points that this is why we want to do it.
Exactly.
I want Adarsh and Aanchal to achieve their goals while protecting their financial security. It's part of what being good with money means. Meanwhile, our money box has been hearing what money means to you.
Money is incredibly important.
It's pretty important.
No, it's not important. There is something that's important. Love, not money.
And finding out what money questions you want answered.
Hi Owen, I have a question for me and my partner. When is a good time to buy property and should we wait for prices to go down?
My advice is don't bet on where house prices are going to go. You should buy your home when you find one that you want, that you can afford, and that you're willing to stay in long term, 15, 20 years plus. By doing that, you don't have to worry about what the house price is going to be in 6 months or 1 year from now.
I have a question in terms of transferring funds from outside the EU into Ireland, and if there are any implications in terms of tax or any sort of issues that I should know about.
This is definitely an area where you're going to want individual specific advice from a tax planner. But let me give you a general rule of thumb. If you're living here and you're working here, there's a good chance that revenue are going to be interested in your worldwide income and your worldwide assets. Kankan is an award-winning Indian restaurant run by Bala Nayak. Today, Adarsh and Aanchal are hoping to learn from Bala's business success. How much is head? How much is heart?
Hello guys, how are you?
How
Come
are
on
you?
in, come on in.
We can put in some money at this point of time, but what should be our first step so that we can just get started with it?
Whatever financial advice or whatever advice, there is something called gut that you need to.
Yeah,
There is a line you need to cross, and that's only you who can cross. If both of you leave in work and then starting it 100% can do it. I did it.
Yeah.
I regret. My credit cards. I don't own a credit card today's date. It's simply because I never want to be back with a credit card where it is topped up completely. It goes away, but again it takes time. It takes a few years.
We've been talking about this since we were back in India.
You know, it's been 7 years that we are planning for this.
And I had a little bit of food background, but again, if you're that passionate, I know a lot of people from lot of different backgrounds who have food passion, and I know them being successful. I know them like they're putting their 100% in. If you want to do that, I would really wish you best of luck. Like I personally think you'll be very good. Very good.
Meeting Bala has boosted Adarsh and Aanchal's food business dream. And the two future CEOs have decided to make their partnership official.
Today is our big day.
We're getting married here.
Yeah. We are done with our mehendis. Yeah, he also had a one.
I inked her name here.
Yeah, Adarsh and Aanchal.
I, Adarsh, take the answer to be my lawful wife.
I just became Aanchal Shukla.
She's my wife now.
It's a big life moment, but the romance is about to meet the finance. I totally understand the burning desire to start your own business. I had it at 25, but to get from zero to launch is tough. You need a plan. Hi guys, how are you? Take a seat.
So much.
Congratulations to you both.
Thank you so much.
It all went well.
Yeah.
Yeah, you spent the money on the day.
Not that much.
Great. Music to my ears. Okay, so you were considering buying a property to rent it out
Yeah.
in order to generate income to fuel your long-term goal, which was your food business.
Exactly.
Correct?
Yeah.
No. Doesn't work. Okay? You have to come up with a bigger deposit. You will end up paying a lot more tax. The interest rate would be significantly higher. I'm not sure we could get a bank who would give first-time buyers money to buy an investment property.
Oh.
That's something that we never looked up.
Yeah.
Let me tell you something that does work. Financially, it would make more sense for you to buy your own home. I think you could get a mortgage of around 300,000 euros. Your rent is 1,650 euros. The loan repayment on a mortgage for that type of money would be about 1,200 euros.
Okay.
Okay?
And that's a big difference.
It makes a big difference. You could rent a room in that home. And the government will allow you to rent a room in your home and you won't pay any tax on the rent up to 14,000 euros.
I didn't know about that at all.
The rental income you could get from the rent a room scheme would accelerate how quickly you could get the money back together to be able to build the food business.
I understand. Yeah, I understand the point of it.
It's probably not an easy ride to go into the food business. The margins are tight. Like, you would expect that for every 100 euros you take in at the till, if you're lucky, about 6 euros of that will go into your back pocket as profit.
Okay.
Okay?
That's the margin.
That's the margin. But I think there's a really good way for you to do this and test the waters and start your food business sooner than you might imagine.
Okay.
And that is a food stall. You're working your full-time job. You do this at the weekends. I think you can do it with relatively little upfront costs.
At least you'll be able to start soon.
Yeah, and the experience we gain in the process.
That is valuable.
Yeah. I think I really like this. The thought of it. Yeah.
I believe this financial plan has you buying a home and chasing your passion.
What more exciting can it be?
It's like we had one dream and we're getting two things.
Exactly. So it's full of surprises for us.
Yeah.
They now have a solid strategy to support their passion. But the question for me is, will they stick to it?
For free independent money tools to help you find the best deal, visit ccpc.ie. For free independent money tools for your everyday life, visit ccpc.ie.
Adarsh and Aanchal Shukla work as software developers, earning €85,000 between them. Their long-term goal is to have a food business.
Awesome.
Buying a home rather than renting is key to funding that business dream. Crumlin in South Dublin is an area that Adarsh and Aanchal don't know well, but houses here are within their price range. So this is where the search begins. And, surprisingly quickly, ends.
We are in Kildare Road, Crumlin, Dublin 12, and I think we're here because we just got sale agreed on a house that we were looking at.
After our meeting with Owen, it was like just a week that we got sale agreed in. So everything is moving like, oh my god, at the speed of light, I don't know.
They are sale agreed at €380,000. The mortgage will be lower than their current rent, and my hope is to use that monthly saving to fund their food business. And there is another big life change on the horizon.
Are you excited to come to Ireland? Yes.
Aanchal's mother, Chandra, hasn't seen her only child in 2 years. Now, she has taken the first plane journey of her life to move permanently from Delhi to Dublin. Chandra has a business background, so could be a very useful advisor to Adarsh and Aanchal. I wanted them to start the business small, on a food stall. Today, Aanchal is visiting the Green Door Market, part owned by Christy Stapleton.
We really want to make our stall a successful one since we are new to this. So what will make that happen?
Enthusiasm is one of the really important things. That will cross over to the customer. The other thing is sampling. People love to take a little sample of food, and it's a great way of selling your food.
Adarsh is doing the research I asked her, finding out about the courses they'll have to complete to work, even part-time, in the food industry.
They say that if you follow all the steps, you can be up and running in, let's say, less than 2 weeks. Maybe we are afraid right now because we will be new to this, but I for sure, one thing I know is once we start it, it'll be all worth it. So we want to start as ASAP.
Their business still needs a name, and some of the best creative chats happen over a cup of tea.
I'm making some masala tea. In India, it's usually they drink this in winters, but because it's so cold here, we drink it all the time.
Chandra is now staying with them in Rathmines.
Nice.
We're still not decided with the names.
I think we can give it a name as Delhi to Dublin because our food is from Delhi to Dublin.
Do you like it, Mom?
I think it's very good.
It's done. It's dusted.
Delhi to Dublin is taking shape, but the news on the house front is not so positive. There's now some confusion over the fitted kitchen being part of the sale. I'm hoping I can give some guidance.
How are you both?
All good. How are you?
Good, good. So tell me where you are with the house first of all.
So the first time we met, saw the house with the estate agent, he told us that all these appliances are included in the sale. And now talking with the current homeowners, they say they're not including the appliances.
I want you to send them an email and say, the conversations we've had led us to believe that the fittings and appliances are included. The homeowner is now saying they're not. Can you please resolve this issue?
Yeah.
Full stop. Leave it at that. Fire it off and wait till I come back to you by email. And then I would get the solicitor involved.
Yeah.
Every communication from here on in about this matter needs to be on email.
Okay.
Okay?
Yeah.
That makes sense, and we'll see where that one flushes out to.
I'm hoping the confusion can be resolved. They have to stop renting for my plan for the food business to work. Going back to square one with the house hunting would be a real setback.
Hi Owen, my name's Fiona and I have a question about mortgages. How much should I have saved in order to have a deposit for a mortgage?
How much savings are you going to need? Really depends on how much the house is going to cost. But let's say you're going to buy a house for 300,000 euros. If you're a first-time buyer, you're going to need 10% or 30,000 euros. If you're a second-time buyer, you're going to need 20% or 60,000 euros. Along with a deposit, there are fees and costs, such as legal fees, stamp duty, valuation fees, and the cost of moving in. It's wise to budget 5% of the purchase price for these, to make sure that you are covered.
Hi Owen, my name is Claire and my question today is about finding a mortgage broker. So we're going looking for a mortgage and we want to know what to look for in a mortgage broker and then what red flags or things we should be looking to avoid in a mortgage broker.
Picking a mortgage broker is no different than picking any other professional. They don't need to become your best mate, but this is a difficult process that goes back and forth, so you do need to like them. More importantly, you need to trust them. Do you believe what they're telling you when you're sitting down with them? A little trick for finding a decent mortgage broker: I'd suggest your friends and family and people similar to you have used one. Ask them for a recommendation. Back in Crumlin, the strategy of negotiating the issues clearly in writing has paid off. The integrated appliances were included, but they did have to stump up for a fridge. And, for once, they went a bit wild.
You know what? I can show you guys Owen in my own house.
Now we have our own house. I cannot believe that. I don't have words, you know. I don't have words to express how happy or how excited I am. And I'm just happy.
The rent-a-room idea is off the table now. Instead of rental income, they have the asset of mum moving in to live with them.
I feel so happy.
Wow. It still doesn't feel real. Pinch me.
I'll not pinch you, I'll shake you, I'll slap you. I was not able to imagine that we in this house sitting like that and having a cup of tea.
With the short-term goal achieved, it's time to crunch the numbers once again. Hi, how's it going? You guys had savings before you bought the home.
Yeah.
Where are those savings at now?
I think something around 3,000.
3 to 4.
Am I right in thinking that you arrived in Dublin with 3,000 euros?
Yes.
Exactly, that's the exact amount that we arrived here with.
Do you know what that might feel like? It might feel like you're back to the start. But you're back to
I
the
was going
start
to say that, yeah?
in your own home.
Yeah, exactly.
What was your rent? Remind me again what your rent was.
The base rent was 1650.
Yes, and the mortgage repayments now are 1100 euros a month.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Let's talk about the long-term goal, the food business. First of all, you have the financial numbers on it.
Yeah.
You know that for every €100 that goes into the till, you'll get €6 from that, roughly. We also know what salary you're on. You're on €85,000 a year between the two of you.
Yeah.
So there's a lot of €6 to get up to 85,000. So we know that this is a slow burning thing.
Yeah.
I believe you should go slowly, confidently, and keep learning as you go. Stepping stones. Provided the food business doesn't cost you money, but also assuming it doesn't make you any money. And provided you can get the pension right and the savings right, looking at the numbers, you could reach financial independence by the age of 45.
Oh my god, I didn't expect that.
And not worry about money for the rest of your life.
Oh my god, I'm amazed.
Assuming you live to 100. If you live beyond 100, we're in trouble, but 100, you're okay.
Yeah. Wow, I'm amazed.
All along, I've given Adarsh and Aanchal guidance to stay on the prudent path. I wanted them to start small. So, I've sent them to a professional kitchen that's fully compliant with regulations and can be hired by the hour.
So Owen was telling us not to put a lot of money when you're starting. This our kitchen that we're hiring is so affordable. We are just paying €22 per hour, and I think that's unbelievable. And I'm sure that we will continue this definitely.
On a rainy Saturday morning in Temple Bar, Adarsh, Aanchal, and Chandra are setting up a small stall that is a giant leap for their business.
We are at the Temple Bar Market. We are feeling a good competition here. There are big stalls here, and among them we have a cute little stall there of Delhi to Dublin. It's a great thing, and we are finally doing this. I'm so happy. My God, sorry.
They have the passion. They have the name. They now have the stall. But the proof of their future success will be in the pudding.
So what is this? This is kheer. Okay, this is our first food stall. So in India, we always serve something sweet when it's a starting of something big.
It's a rice mixture, is it?
Exactly.
Yeah.
Oh
yeah.
It's got like nuts, almonds, and cashews, and then at the end for spicing we had cardamom and then saffron.
Oh, so it's good, man.
Yeah, that's nice. I'm glad that you like it.
Yeah.
Oh, it's delicious.
Wow.
It's really, really delicious.
Thank you so much. Guys, what a moment. Let's see what we think of this. And I'm going to be honest. Oh, wow. That's gorgeous.
Well, I'm so happy. A good review. That's all we are here for, good reviews. And even if they're bad, they'll make us better.
Was it massive money to get to here?
It was really pocket friendly because there was nothing left in our pockets after buying the house.
You have managed to get a business off the ground with little or no seed capital. You've got a business. You've got a nanny here.
Yeah.
Over the last few months, you've taken a dream and you've turned it into reality.
Yeah. Yes.
You did that, guys.
Yeah.
A little bit of help from Annie.